right, so school is officially over. I cannot believe that I have just finished my 4th year of teaching. I feel like these past 4 years have flown by. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so happy to have you. I cannot believe that the last week of school is already here. I feel like this year has completely flown by. I feel like I just started with those kiddos. I'm just gonna miss them so much. These kids have come so far this year for a lot of different reasons. I do plan on doing an end of the year reflection for you guys just because there are some things in particular that I want to share with you that I just didn't really get a chance to dive deep into throughout the school year. This year, I really have learned a lot and I feel like I have truly grown as a teacher. And so there are some things that I do want to share with you guys. There are some things that I approached a little bit differently this year based on the culture of my students. And I really think it made a big difference. But I will go ahead and get into that a little bit more when I do my end of the year reflection. As for today, I want to show you what a day in the life of a teacher is like during the last week of school. This is going to be a week-long vlog because we have a field trip coming up. We have end of the year activities. So today is Monday, May 22nd. For those of you that are new to my channel, I teach 3rd grade. I teach a large number of Indigenous students. And so this year, my classroom really has become a really unique culture and it has just been so much fun. So we are going to head to school and I hope you enjoy the week. I did come up to school this weekend and stuff the kids' mailboxes. We have a lot of stuff to take home this week because it is the last week of school, so I didn't want them to have to take home everything on the same day. So I'm gonna go ahead and have them take home this stuff today. Over here I have the kids' pencil boxes so that they can take those home as well. And then later on this week, they will be taking home report cards as well as their math binders that are in these drawers. Also, I want to send home all of these things that I have collected throughout the year. This is my little stash of toys and goodies that I have collected from kiddos. So they will get those back on Friday on the last day of school. A lot is going home this week and we have a lot of things to take care of. The kiddos are making memory books this week. They actually started them last Friday just because I wanted to make sure that they would be done before the last day of school. Today I'm actually going to go ahead and take a selfie with all of my kiddos because in their memory books, there is a page about their teacher, and I just think instead of them just having to draw a picture of me, I thought it would be cute just for the kids to put a little picture in there. So yeah, there's a lot that's going home with the kiddos this week. Instead of sending them home with a huge bag on Friday, because they're also going to be taking home their end of the year gifts on Friday, I am trying to split it up throughout the week so that the kids aren't like overloaded walking home. Anytime the kids take something home, I try to put them into some sort of bag. I try to reuse like plastic grocery bags and things of that nature, just to kind of help them to make sure that everything gets home. So as you may have noticed, I started taking down a couple of things in the room, things that I know we are not going to need for the rest of the school year. I don't ever like my room to feel empty, especially this year because these kids really kind of rely on school. You see that I have a box over here that I've started to pack up. I also took down my headphones holder that I have had up since November, and basically it was a shoe rack that I got from Walmart for $7. It had clear pockets and I just used my Silhouette Cameo vinyl and I numbered all of the pockets and each student had their headphones in that pocket. Students will still be able to get on computers this week, but I just kind of put their headphones all together. But to be honest, we really won't be on them all that much because we have a field trip, we have assemblies and all kinds of things going on. All right, so this morning I need to go make copies of some of our memory book pages, and then I need to go ahead and make sure all of my literacy library materials are ready to go. Basically, those are the kids' leveled readers. They're leveled books that come from a special part of our library. Those books we use for guided reading, we use for book clubs and things of that nature. So all of those books have to be turned in today, which means I need to collect any last minute books from the kids' book bins, and we are going to clean those out this morning. Okay, so I did come up yesterday, which was Sunday, and I laid out everything that I need for today on my teacher table. So this is everything that I have out for today. So I know it looks really random, but basically we have library today. Today is the last day of library, which means all library books need to be returned. So this is a student's library book that I found just loose in the classroom. Then here are the pages that we're doing today for our 3rd grade memory book, and I will link this TPT store down in the description box below. This memory book is awesome, and I believe the creator actually has a book for each grade level because this one is specific to 3rd grade, which is awesome. Then I have my list of things that I want the kids to take home. It is not yet completed. It's just kind of my notes. Here I have our permission slips for Crazy Horse. That's where we're going on our field trip on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Then this bin is all of our literacy library materials. All of these are leveled books, and there are some other books in there as well, like library books. And then these books actually belong to our literacy coach. For example, you can see that this one in the back is a level O. We have level I. So those will be sorted today. Right here I have some books that go back to Mr. Alex, who is our language and culture teacher. And then I have some plants that haven't gone home yet, which they look like they need to be watered. The grass turned out really, really cute. This student has a Mother's Day gift. He has not been at school, so he needs to take that home as soon as possible. And then over here I have a list of students that still need to turn in pages of their memory books that we've done already. I have my little snack. Here are all of the memory books that have been started. You can see that this cover is not finished, so the unfinished work is on top, and then all of the ones that are underneath, those are the ones that are completed. Today we will be doing a day in the life of a third grader, and on the back will be teacher features. So today we'll do all of it except for the picture part, which will go right here. Like I said, I'm hoping to get a picture with all of my students individually, and that's where they can put that picture at. Next pages, front and back, will be about our class, and then moments to remember. Now, I do have a lot of pictures that I've taken of the students this year. So a lot of my students do love to draw, so they'll probably want to draw pictures here instead of have real pictures. I don't know. I think some of the students would prefer to have photographs, so I think I'm going to go to Walmart this afternoon and just print off a couple of pictures for each student. I just recently found out that students do not get yearbooks at this school, which is something very different from what I'm used to. So any kind of pictures or photographs that I have, I'm going to bring in for the students just in case they want to add them to their book and kind of make it into their own yearbook. That way they have those memories. I always keep a jug of water at school just to make sure that I have plenty of water for the day. I tried drinking a gallon a day, but I was running to the bathroom way too much. And it's not like I can just get up and leave my classroom whenever I want when I have 26 kiddos in here. So anyway, I filled up my water bottle, and then I just keep my jug off behind my teacher table. Here is my lunch bag. This is actually just a 31 tote that my mom got for me a few years ago. It says Jessie on the front just because that's what my mom calls me. And inside, well, I don't show this to the students obviously, but I do have gum. I always carry gum with me no matter what, just because I don't want to be talking to a student or a parent or another teacher and have any funky breath going on. And then inside I have this balanced breaks snack. I usually like to use this as like a mid-morning snack. And this particular one has cheese, almonds, and dried cranberries in it. And then I always have these little containers for lunch. It is just a Ziploc container. And if you haven't watched my teacher meal prep video, I will link it down in the description box below. And I kind of talk about why I use these as my lunch containers. And I just show you a quick idea for lunches. Now today I just have a salad. This is just a lemon, I think it's a lemon kale prepackaged salad. It has like a lemon poppy seed dressing, it has quinoa, and it's just delicious. And then I have my hummus. I know it looks a little funny over there, but I do need my protein to keep my energy levels up. And then I just have some veggies over here for my hummus. So today, while the kiddos are at computer lab and library, I have to go through this stack of folders. They look like this, and this is basically their CUME folder. In their folders for the next school year, I have to include their benchmark tests. I have to include running records. I have to include their end-of-year math screeners so that their fourth grade teacher can see where they're at in math. And then I have to include writing samples, which are not yet in this stack, but those will be included as well. So I have about 20 minutes until the kiddos are actually in the classroom. So really quick, I'm gonna go run to the printer and get our attendance sheets and some of my behavior sheets for some of my kiddos. I'm also gonna run to the restroom and check my emails and pull up everything that I do on the computer every morning, which is Class Dojo, our attendance, and some soft music just to kind of get the kids coming in peacefully in the morning and just to kind of set a relaxing tone in our classroom. Really quick before the kids come in, I did want to mention that the kids still have access to a lot of classroom books, even though their book bins have to be cleaned out today. The books that they have in their book bins are library books and leveled readers, and then all of these books they will still have access to. These are only about half of the books that belong to the classroom, but these books are going to stay on the bookshelf until the last day of school, just so they can come up and still pick out a book that they want to read during Daily 5 or Read to Self, and then they can come just to the shelf and put it back. So this weekend I went through and I pulled out all of my books, all of the books that belong to the literacy library, all of the extra library books that got stuck in here on accident, and then I also took home my bins. But like I said, learning is still happening and the kids still need to have access to books until the last day of school, so they will be able to read these ones. All right, so this morning went pretty smoothly. The kiddos went through their book bins. As you can see, my shelves are empty, which it looks a little strange. What I have found over the years is that if the kids are the ones that are kind of helping you clean up your classroom towards the end of the school year and kind of put some of those things away, if they have a part in it rather than you just clearing the classroom and it looking really empty, it actually makes a huge difference as far as behaviors go. If the students have a hand like in the cleanup process for the end of the year, if they are the ones that are kind of going through stuff and cleaning them out, it doesn't come as much of a shock to them when they see things that are empty or starting to be kind of put away. For example, if they walk into the classroom in the morning and the teacher has already taken down a lot of stuff on the walls, if the teacher already went through things like their book bins and the shelves are empty like this, it kind of can be a shock to the students and it makes them feel like, oh my goodness, it's almost the end of the school year. And yes, they're ready for summer, but at the same time, it kind of just makes them feel sad. So I have about 45 minutes until I have to go get the kids, and I plan on finishing report cards. I have my little snack with me, and then I have my water bottle as well. All right, guys, so the kiddos are at lunch right now, and I just typed up my summer birthdays notes. We will be celebrating our summer birthdays on Thursday, the 25th. So this is just kind of a reminder that if a student has a summer birthday, they can go ahead and bring in a treat. Now, I actually have a lot of summer birthdays. So what I did today is with the kids, we all kind of met as a little group, and we decided what each student would bring. That way, we're not getting 100 cupcakes in the classroom on Thursday. Whatever we decided for that student to bring, I'm going to write it on this line here. It just says, if you would like to send in a birthday treat to celebrate your child's birthday, please send in blank on the morning of Thursday, May 25th. And I did include that it is completely optional. They are not required to bring in a birthday treat whatsoever. It's just if they want to send in something to celebrate their child's birthday. I just wanted to give all of my summer birthday kiddos a chance to celebrate their birthday. And then I just printed off my last little note/newsletter for this week. Basically, it kind of goes through our upcoming events for this week and all of those things. And that's pretty much it. So now I am going to eat my lunch, refill my water bottle, and then touch up my makeup. So I will see you guys soon. For our read aloud today, we will be reading Crazy Horse's Vision. We are actually going on a field trip tomorrow to the Crazy Horse Monument or Memorial. The kids are very familiar with Crazy Horse because we do live in the nearby area and it is a part of a lot of my students' culture. So anyway, I just thought I would share that this is the book we're going to be reading today. Woo! What a day, guys. We had a lot of fun. And you know what's so funny is our Dean of Students actually just walked out and he caught me filming for you guys. He knows I have a YouTube channel. Both of my administrators know I have a YouTube channel and they actually are extremely supportive of it. And I know a lot of you guys have actually been asking about this, if my administrators know that I have a YouTube channel. They do, and they are completely and 110% supportive of it. My principal asked me to actually present on some content from my YouTube channel at a staff meeting because of the impact that I've made in the classroom this year. So thank you so much to my principal, and shout out to Mr. K. He thinks I'm just such a nerd probably for sitting out here in my car filming for you, but they really are super supportive. Yes, teaching is a hard job, but everything that I share with you guys on here, I try to keep very professional. I was actually asked to speak at a statewide conference for new teachers and their mentors this summer. So I know a lot of people are concerned with having a YouTube channel that focuses on teaching. And honestly, I think if you just keep it very professional, that you don't share where you're teaching at, you respect the students and their families' privacy, I really think it's a good thing, and it can open a whole lot of doors for you. Just in this short time that I have been doing YouTube, I have already met amazing people. I have already worked with businesses. Now I'm speaking at a statewide conference in the summer. I mean, so YouTube for me, in my own personal experience over these last 6 months, it has really opened a lot of doors. I have had a lot of new opportunities come my way, and I am so very grateful for those opportunities. So I definitely plan on continuing to make YouTube videos. Like I said, I think privacy is important. I think professionalism is important. Yes, of course, we're gonna have hard days, and it's good to talk about the real things that are going on in the classroom. I absolutely do think that is necessary because teaching is a hard job, and it's important that people know that before going into the profession, because they do say the first year of teaching can either make you or break you. And there are so many teachers that quit within their first 5 years of teaching because it is so difficult. However, even by sharing those things, the key is just to remain positive. I always like to take negatives and turn it into a positive, or find the positive from whatever's happening. It really just does make me a happier, healthier person because of it. I absolutely love making YouTube videos for you. I think that if you want to start a teaching YouTube channel, go for it. There's nothing to be scared of. You get used to the camera. Sometimes you'll feel a little nerdy talking to an inanimate object, and people will catch you talking and you look like a crazy person, but that's just how it is, and it's totally worth it. You guys are amazing. I love documenting my journey in teaching, not only for you guys, but for myself as well, just so I can maybe look back in 10, 20 years or so and just see how much I've grown even since this point. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning! We have a field trip today. So I have my backpack that I'm about to get ready to go on our field trip. I have my clipboard that's going to go in my backpack with my class list on it, just so that I can keep track of my kiddos. And inside my backpack, I have some sunscreen. I have a towel just in case. You never know if you're going to need that. I have my umbrella because it's actually supposed to rain today. And then I'm also going to go ahead and put my personal things in there as well. And then I have my cooler. So this morning I'm going to go down to the cafeteria and pick up all of the kids' lunches. They're not all going to fit inside this tiny cooler, but we do have a few bigger ones to share amongst the 3rd grade team. So we will do that this morning, and then we will be all ready to go. Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. So today I'm actually probably the most tired that I have been all week. I feel like that I typically have pretty high energy levels. I do my best to take care of myself as much as possible. I think that is crucial for teachers. I think it's so important for teachers to take care of themselves mentally and physically. And so I feel like I typically do a pretty good job of that. I get enough sleep. I put good things into my body as much as possible. I try to stay hydrated. I take my vitamins every day. So usually I have really, really good energy levels. However, today I am so tired, you guys. I'm so tired. I know all teachers experience this towards the end of the school year. Luckily for me, this is like my first day that I have felt this way, and yesterday afternoon actually as well. But to be honest, I really haven't been feeling this end of the year teacher tired up until recently, and it hits hard, guys. So yesterday was our field trip to Crazy Horse, and the kiddos had a lot of fun. The students were really able to learn a little bit more about their culture and kind of just really learn some history about the area. So we had a good time on our field trip, but the bus ride was a little bit long, and so we were so tired on the way back. I was yawning like crazy on the bus ride, and I can't fall asleep on the bus. I'm the teacher. I have to supervise. But I wanted to take a nap so bad. And then we had a staff meeting after school yesterday. As soon as I got home and got on the couch, I took a little power nap, and then I felt better. But this morning, I am a little bit tired still. But that's okay. We only have 3 days left of school. Today is a regular school day. Tomorrow, we will be celebrating summer birthdays, and that will be our last day for show and tell, like show and tell makeups. And then Friday, we have our attendance celebration, and then that is the last day of school as well. Every student that has had perfect attendance this entire school year gets a bike. So kids are really, really excited about that. I do need to finish making the kids end of the year gifts because they need to go home here in a couple of days and they are not quite finished yet. So the kids are out on Friday, and then teachers have to come back for the 2 days after Memorial Day to kind of make up the snow days. Students don't have to make up snow days for this year, but the teachers do. So I will be up here packing up my classroom and all of that because, as you guys may know, we will probably be moving this upcoming fall to winter. So I didn't want to start the school year with the kiddos and then end up leaving mid-year. That's actually what happened to the kids this year. And I saw the impact that it made on the kids, and it was not a good one. So I did not personally want to do that to the kids if I could help it. So to be honest, I'm not really sure of exactly what my plans are for next year. I'm not sure if I should just sub here and there until we move because it would just be kind of easy to pack up and go, Or I don't know if I should look for a position just for the first half of the school year. Just tell them up front that I will only be there for the first half. Hopefully this summer we will be able to set a date as to when exactly we will be moving. And that will kind of help guide my decision. But it's so hard kind of not knowing exactly what the plan is. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Should I sub just for a little bit? Or should I teach the first half of the year and then move? I don't know. I just think I would personally feel really guilty leaving the kids mid-year just because I saw how it affected the kids that I had this year. It contributed to a lot of behaviors. Kids felt like the teacher didn't want to be with them, and I just don't want to make any kiddos feel that way whatsoever. So I really would love to know your thoughts on that. This morning for morning work, my kids will be completing this worksheet that I found on Teachers Pay Teachers. It is all about summer, and then we are actually going to share this later today. If the kids want to, they don't have to share. So for the kiddos' memory books today, they will be completing this More Moments to Remember page, as well as let's look at some books. And then depending on how much time we have, we are going to also try to get this page done, talking about specials. Since our field trip yesterday was an all-day field trip, we did not get to do any of our memory book pages yesterday. So hopefully the kids are able to finish this today as well. And then I can tell that this one is going to be a favorite of the kiddos. This is all about lunch. This is probably the kiddos' favorite time of the day besides recess. So this is going to be a fun page for the kids to do today. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed in the background of my videos, but my lights have been falling down. And to be honest, at this point in the year, I'm not really going to worry about putting them back up because there are only 3 days left of school and we're going to have to take them down anyway. So that looks like a hot mess. And you can see my tree has some floating branches over there. That is starting to fall down as well. I'm actually pretty impressed that it lasted this long. That will be coming down in a few days as well. I survived today. Barely. Today was a very long day. We had a lot of fun in the classroom, but I did need to give a lot of reminders and redirection. And on top of being a little bit more sleepy than I usually am, and it being that time of the month doesn't really help for the last week of school. So sorry for a TMI. I just feel like everything's on top of each other. The last week of school, it's that time of the month, and I'm tired. It's true what they say, there's no tired like teacher tired. The good news is that report cards are done, field trips are done. We have one more assembly on the last day of school, and then we are done. And then teachers have until the following Friday to clean up and pack up our classrooms. So even though it's exciting that it's almost summer, it really kind of hit me hard today that the kiddos that are in my class and that are in my school, they don't really look forward to summer. And I truly feel like the classroom and the school is their safe place. It is where they get an adult to talk to. It's where they get fed. It just is a safe haven for them. And it truly just breaks my heart because I can tell that they don't want to leave. Even though some of them say they do, after a couple of weeks of being out of school, they really are going to wish that they were back in school. Not only because they are around their friends, but also because it is their safe place. So it is really bittersweet for me this year, guys. Just to kind of put it into perspective for you, the last school that I taught at was an A+ school. We had extremely high testing scores. We were a national blue ribbon school. We had a very high level of parental involvement and volunteers. Our PTA was absolutely wonderful. They put on all kinds of events throughout the year and raised money for the school, and it was just incredible. When we said our goodbyes to those kiddos at the end of the school year, it was exciting because the kids had plans to go to Disney World, they had plans to go to the beach, they had all of these exciting things that they would be doing with their families. And the school that I teach at now, which I have to say is so rewarding because it has opened my eyes up so much. But these kids, most of them don't even have a bike at home to ride during the summer. The parents are working so hard just to put food on the table. All right, guys, happy Thursday. Hooray! One more day of school left. Tried to get a little bit more ready this morning just to kind of make myself feel a little bit more awake. Because sometimes when I feel like I look tired, I just am more tired. So today I left my hair down and I curled it, and I'm hoping that it will kind of just give me some more energy and make me feel a little bit more put together today than yesterday. Yesterday, I was really tired, and this morning I'm still kind of tired, but I did stay up later than usual. Normally, I go to bed about 9 to 9:30, just because I do get up so early in the mornings. I prefer to get up early rather than staying up late. So for those teachers who can stay up until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning on a school night, props to you. I do not see how you can do it. There is no way that I would ever be able to do that. I would be a hot mess. Granted, I do get up around 4:30 in the morning, so that obviously wouldn't work. If you get up later, that might work for your schedule. But still, I feel like that would only be about 4 hours of sleep, and I just can't do it. I can't do it. So shout out to you guys if you can do that. So anyway, I do feel a little bit more awake today. I think it is because I kind of got a little bit more ready than yesterday. And I brought all of the kiddos' end of year gifts to school. I brought my coworkers' end of year gifts. I do have a lot to take into the school this morning. I was hoping to get a little bit of an earlier start. It is about 6:45 right now. And I still have some things that I want to put together before the kids get there. I also am going to grab some Hershey Kisses this morning because I want to add those to my coworker gifts because all teachers need chocolate, especially at the end of the school year. See you guys at school. We do have a lot of goodies over here today because today we will be celebrating our summer birthdays. So all of the kids who did not get a chance to celebrate their birthdays during the school year will be able to celebrate today. Each student brought in one item because I didn't want 1,000 cupcakes in the classroom. So we have some cookies, cupcakes, and some Cheetos, and of course the hot Cheetos. Then we have these cases of juice boxes. One of the students brought these in today for our birthday celebration, and he wanted everyone to be able to have two. So we have a ton of juice boxes here, guys. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, it is the last day of school. It's the last day. Although I'm excited for summer, I am actually really sad to leave these kids. This school year has honestly been my toughest year yet, but it's also been the most rewarding. With everything that they have gone through this school year in both their school life and their personal life, I just think it's amazing to see them come so far. It's just a really powerful thing, and I feel so blessed to have been a part of it, to have been a part of their lives, especially during a lot of really difficult times. Not only did I have the opportunity to come in and teach them the content that they needed to learn, but I was also able to support their home lives as well, such as buying a student a new pair of tennis shoes or giving them my lunch because they didn't have any food at home. I have connected with my students really well this year, and although it took time, we were able to become that loving, supportive classroom community, which was my ultimate goal. So I feel so thankful and so blessed to have had the opportunity to work with these kids. I will never forget this class ever. They truly mean the world to me, and I just hope we have a fabulous last day of school. You can see that I have the students' gifts ready to go home back here, and today as a class we're going to go ahead and clean out all of the caddies on their tables. Then I'm going to have the kids kind of help me clean up a couple of things before the end of the day. We are also going to be finishing our memory books. The kids have been making third grade memory books all week long, and today I will be stapling them together, and then that is where I'm going to write a special note to my kiddos just so that they have that personalized note from their teacher, and then they can just keep it and look at it in the future and just know that they are loved, appreciated, and valued. See you guys in a bit. All right, so here is what my board looks like this morning. We have our morning work. Today they are going to write about what they are going to miss most about third grade. And then over here, it just says, happy last day of third grade. And over here, we have our schedule for the last day of school. And I know it looks like a lot, and that's because it is a lot. We have a lot to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and go over this with you. So first thing this morning, we are going to have breakfast and do our morning work. That is the same thing that the kids have been doing since the beginning of the school year. Then we will have our morning meeting, our bathroom break. The kids will come back and do their daily 5 read to self. I'm trying to somewhat keep our regular routine for today just so it doesn't get too silly today. And after that, they're going to finish their memory books, and today they need to finish coloring, glue in some pictures that I printed off, and we need to go ahead and staple them. And those are actually going to be added into their end of the year gift bags. And for math today, we will just be doing math games. The kids will need to clean out their caddies because who knows what's at the bottom of those things. And then we have specials for an hour. During this time, I will probably finish stuffing report card envelopes if I haven't finished this morning. Hopefully I have enough time this morning, but if not, I have an hour to do that. And then right after specials, we need to go ahead and pack up some things in the kids' lockers. So those things will be the kids' end of the year gifts, everything from their mailboxes, and any toys that I have confiscated this year. I have a whole drawer in my teacher desk that is dedicated to toys that I have collected. And yes, I do give items back to the kids, even if they bring them to school, because Chaz, my husband, had an action figure. I think it was He-Man or something like that. And his teacher had taken it when he brought the toy to school, and the teacher never gave it back to him. So he has been traumatized from that, and he brings it up all the time, and he always tells me, please make sure you give your toys back to your kids if you take them away. So those will be going home with the kids today. The reason that I'm having them pack up everything in their lockers early today is because we have an attendance celebration this afternoon, and we will be dismissing directly from the gym. So I want to make sure that the kids have everything that they need except for report cards, which I will give them right at the end of the school day. And then we have lunch. I am doing a lunch bunch with one more group of students today. After lunch, the kids are going to come back in and we are going to wipe tables, stack chairs in groups of 5 to 6 because that is what is required for the summer. That is just one last thing that I have to do before the summer. If the kids can help me with that today, that would be awesome. And then we will be doing a read aloud and a bathroom break. Then after that, we have our special activity, which is our attendance celebration today. So all of the kids who have had complete perfect attendance this whole school year, they will get a bike, which is super exciting. And then I definitely need to make sure that I am sending home the kids' report cards today. I cannot forget that. And then we will be dismissed at 2:45. So that is pretty much it. That is what our day looks like. It is going to be very busy. I think it's going to go by very quickly as well. That is what it will look like. And also, I just added this at the bottom. We need to empty our lockers and leave them open. I want the kids to leave their lockers open this afternoon so that I can check to make sure that they took everything home for the summer. So as a part of the kiddos' end of the year gifts, I am going to take all of their 3rd grade memory books that they're finishing today. And while they're at specials or lunch, I'm going to go ahead and write a special note to each child right on the inside of their memory books, just for them to kind of go back and look at later. All right, so school is officially over. I cannot believe that I have just finished my 4th year of teaching. I feel like these past 4 years have flown by. The end of the school year is always just bittersweet for me. I get so excited because I have seen so much growth from the kids, but we really had become a classroom family, and it's just like a family member leaving. You grow so attached to that person or those people, and when you know that you're not going to see them for a long time, it's heartbreaking. It is. Although I'm so proud of the kids, I know that they are going to be rock stars in 4th grade. I absolutely will miss them. Also, don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!